Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are the Mighty Guru Yogurt. Oh yes we are. Regular viewers will recognise this spot. I'm lay-by lurking once again. Being here means that I'm on the way to Coniston. Ordinarily, on the way to work, I would now be heading through Coniston and then on to Ambleside. Not anymore. I've changed my place of work, or at least my main place of work, and that's where I'm going to now. It's on the other side of Hawkshead, and so instead of continuing on the A593 here to Ambleside, I will be turning right in Coniston and heading down to Hawkshead, which is where I'm going to work. We'll make a short film today. I've got a few things to talk about. Developments with Mr. Suzuki, who you might remember is going for his MOT in 4 days' time, Tuesday afternoon. And there's a few other things to talk about as well. I haven't put a film up for, I think, 2 days now. And whilst I'm still completely committed to the one film a day for the rest of the year, I will catch up. There are very good reasons why there's been nothing published for a couple of days. Largely, it's down to my own stupidity. But we'll come to that as we get moving. Stop recording. Well, here we are then, coming into Coniston, where we'll be having a right turn and heading for Hawkshead. We've had some lovely weather up here in Cumbria for the last couple of weeks. There was a little bit of rain overnight. You can see the roads are still a little bit damp, but by and large it's been a lovely start to the spring. A little bit windy at times, a little bit chilly at times, but the forecast is suggesting that we're going to have temperatures of up to 20 degrees by the end of this week, which will be lovely. I'm only working today and tomorrow, and Monday to Friday next week will be about me getting out, riding a lot and doing lots of filming. Excellent news. As I mentioned, there have been no films published for the last couple of days, and I will now explain to you why that has been the case. It has largely been a function of yogurt idiocy and lack of organisation. A lesson that I'm hoping I've now learned. You might remember that I had planned on going down to Birmingham to go and see a gig and to also see my grandkids and my eldest son, who you also might recall has just purchased a Triumph T120. He is now a Bonneville boy. Bonneville Ben! Anyway, on Wednesday morning I was getting ready, packing up my stuff for 2 days away. I could not find either my selfie stick or my chest harness. Oh my me, I thought. Where on earth have I put those things? Well, I couldn't find them anywhere. I searched the house, high and low. I even went back to the kitchen I'd been working in a few days previously to see if I'd left them there. I hadn't. And so I essentially had to be resigned to the fact that I was going to Birmingham and I was going to be able to do a minimal amount of filming. Fortunately, I discovered DJI had recently opened a shop in the centre of Birmingham, and so I was hoping that I would be able to pick up a chest harness and some new magnetic mounts for the Osmo Action from there. Turns out they didn't have them in stock. So I met up with Ben on the Wednesday afternoon, and all we could do was to put the GoPro on the handlebar mount just here and film from there. This meant that we had no audio, and so when that footage gets edited, I'm working on it at the moment, it's going to have a voiceover, but that's okay. Haven't done one of those in a bit. Once I realised I wasn't getting the stuff I needed from the shop in Birmingham, I ordered it online. Roughly 30 minutes before it turned up on Friday, I was pootling around in the spare room where we keep all the motorcycle gear and indeed my weight training equipment. And as I reached down to pick up a dumbbell, what did I discover? Oh yes, you know, my selfie stick and my chest harness. I gave myself a good verbal beating and vowed to make a concerted effort to keep my shit together. I'm trying very hard. So that essentially is why there have been no films put up in the last 2 days. I will catch up, and there still will be on average, a film a day for the rest of the year. The ride with Ben was very enjoyable. We essentially got out of Birmingham as quickly as we could. We headed to the north of Birmingham and out towards Coleshill and Shoestoke, and had a fabulous ride. Those films will be up within the next 48 hours. In other news, developments are occurring on the Mr. Suzuki front. You might remember that we were needing to do some welding on the exhaust system. The piece of metal that we needed to do that has quite literally just turned up. Oh my me. This is why I should be filming all of the time. This kind of thing happens all the time in the Lake District. Loose cattle, loose sheep, all kinds of things everywhere. It's wonderful. Those were belted Galloways, were they not? Oh my god! This one's on a rampage! Oh my me! Ha ha ha! Belted Galloways on a rampage! Absolutely fantastic. Woo! I love it here. Back to Mr. Suzuki. Yeah, the welding should get done today, and then it's simply a matter of putting the fairing back on, rewiring the front left-hand indicator, and then Mr. Suzuki will be going for his MOT on Tuesday afternoon. Will he go through? I reckon he will. Watch this space. Heading out of Coniston now on the way to Hawkshead Hill, and then we'll be going down the other side and then along the shores of Esthwaite. Very beautiful place. This is a lovely piece of road to come and ride, particularly since they've done some resurfacing on it quite recently. It essentially links Coniston to Hawkshead, but as you can see, it goes through some fabulous scenery. I have a number of trips planned for the next week, including riding to some places I haven't been before in Cumbria, and so you'll find out what those are when they get put up. And we are currently starting to plan what is going to be a 5 or 6 day motorcycle camping holiday in the Easter break. The Murgatroyd will be travelling on her motorcycle. This will be the first big trip we've done with her riding her own bike. So that's going to be interesting. There will be a lot of films getting made during that trip. We're not certain yet where we're going. We would like, ideally, to go to Scotland, but it all depends on what the weather might do. We'll be watching the forecast closely over the next week or so, and we'll make a decision on precisely where we're going nearer to our departure. But very excited about that one. Lovely view over the hills above Ambleside there. And we are now descending into Hawkshead. And here we are in Hawkshead. William Wordsworth went to school here. More of that in another film. And at the end of the road here, we're going to take a left turn, which will take us up past Esthwaite Lake. This road, if you follow it all the way, leads down to the ferry terminal, which will take you across Windermere. I covered that in a recent film. Must go back and get some drone footage of the ferry crossing the lake. Actually, I'll maybe do that sometime next week. I'm very nearly at my destination now, and so I shall bid you farewell for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little film. And as always, a big thank you to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. There is, as I always say, a lot more to come. Keep watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, you might at this point like to consider doing so. Bye bye for now.